about well, me and Kanata again here.
Holding hands are Wolf and Kanata. I think you guys are the two guys. Like, Kanata's the guy for the Korean casters, and you're the guy for the foreign casters who go for, like, the more of, like, the technical guesses, I guess, where you've got, like, some specific reason why.
I'll just be frank.
Like, some, like, very long, thought-out thing. You always do this, by the way.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I'm very interested to just listen to what you've got to say about this prediction, actually.
Well, for me, like, I don't base my predictions off of stats. For me, I mean, yeah, I can look at a stats book and be like, well, Losira's ZVZ recently is like this, and ByuL was like this. I go, what happened recently? What happened in such recent memory that I can remember it, and that I can think about it, and I've seen with these two players. And if I haven't seen it and it's in an online cup, well, it's in an online cup, so I don't really think about it that much.
Yeah.
I actually look at this as in, like, I know Losira's style. He's been playing since 2010. I know how he plays ZVZ. He's played some great ZVZs in the past, not in his GSL final against ST. But, you know...
I swear you brought that up every single time this guy plays.
But I choose him here because ByuL lost last time in ZVZ. It's a matchup that ByuL does not play very often. In Pro League, I feel he's more focused on the ZVP matchup and sometimes ZVT. And I feel like Losira's got a great chance here. I would favor him only slightly, but enough so to where I want to vote for him here. Because I'm not just gonna say, well, I'll just go for the safe pick and look at the stats.
And you know what? I like everything you mentioned, but like we have not seen ZVZ out of Losira yet. You know, we know his style, but maybe ByuL doesn't. Maybe he's like, I don't know what Losira does in ZVZ. Whereas ByuL has played a lot of ZVZ so far. He's already played 4 games here in Pro League. He's 5-6 in ZVZ overall, and all the Pro League he's played. So Losira's probably got a good idea, especially seeing the build that ByuL did against Terra, where he lost, where he went for a very, very fast fire, a bit of a greedy build. He was not able to get up at defense against Terra's very aggressive build. Maybe Losira can take advantage of that.
Yeah. Well, Losira's the type of player who plays like Terra. He does aggressive timings. Losira will take the gold base on Habitation Station in ZVZ every time. Every time. All right, guys, let's go into this Zerg versus Zerg. Our third mirror matchup here for MVP versus TJ Entis.
Up here in the top right, in the red for MVP, the Zerg player, it is Losira.
And up to the top left in blue for CJ Entis, it's ByuL. One of our best winning Zergs last season, as well as one of our highest win rates, if not the highest win rate out of all the players who were in the top players.
Him and Roro were the two Zergs, actually, in the winnings rankings that were like, oh my god, this guy has like a 75% win ratio. What is going on?
Yeah.
It was pretty crazy.
And it was. So, for some reason, a slightly slower Overlord here for Losira. Not sure what happened with that mining. Maybe a little bit more efficiency there out of ByuL, but they're both saying their Overlord's the same direction. So they're both going to immediately know to re-rally their second Overlords. And they're both going to know at that exact moment that the Overlords get in vision of each other that their build will be known. They're not hiding anything. There's not going to be any secrets here.
Yep.
So
these two guys are definitely going to see each other. They're not going to quite kiss, but they're going to see each other from across the way and be like, hey, man, how's it going?
Yep. And when you see this, you just know, okay, well, if I go hatch first, he's going to know. If I go pool first, he's going to know. So if I had a build plan where I was going to do something a little bit different, then I can't hide anymore.
Yeah. Not too surprising we see double hatch first, given that's the case, like you said.
Almost like a gentleman's agreement in a sense. Let's see who gets greedier on the pool timing, though.
Looks two like drones Losira. Coming out of Losira, and no drones coming out of ByuL. Goes immediately for that pool, whereas back at Losira's base, he went for 2 drones, then the gas, and then the pool.
Well, I mean, this is going to give him so much of an advantage with map control with speedlings. And obviously, you know, with that, you can sometimes literally run circles around your opponent. Losira is a scary Zerg. You give this guy enough Lings and Banes. I don't think Losira is going to do a Ling Baneling all in. I'm just saying, you know, it's a scary thing when Losira has speed faster than you in ZBZ.
Yeah. I mean, guys like Losira, guys like, you know, Life, like July Zerg back in the day, these Zergs that were just more aggressive Zergs, where in an age where most Zergs were just trying to play passive, reactionary, it's never a good idea to give these guys a lot of room, give them speed to run circles around you, because their micro, their army control with those super fast Zerglings, some of the fastest units in the game, is just incredibly scary.
Yeah. We had Ling Baneling control be the deciding factor in ZBZ from like Wings of Liberty beta onward, and nowadays you don't have to worry about Ling Speedling kind of all-ins and timings as much with the current meta. Even back in the day when we had like Fruit Dealer versus Shigwa and like old school beta tournaments and stuff, and everyone was watching these Zergs, that control was so important in this matchup, and Losira was one of the better players in that time in the Wings of Liberty. That's why he did so well. That's why he was a GSL finalist in that era, and hasn't, you know, necessarily regained quite like that dominance yet, but he's kind of on his way back. He's looking up and up recently. He's been fielded consistently here for MVP, but his link control is excellent, and he loves to play builds that are heavy in speedlings, heavy in banelings, and in ZBZ that sort of control definitely comes into play. Making an evolution chamber back at home, looking more like he just wants to have these lings out early to control the map, to put on some pressure, but he's droning up really heavily at home. Not going to be doing these sort of timings. Gets a scout off in here, actually, somehow, some way, past queens and lings.
Oh my god. And that speed's getting close to finishing. That one last Ling just on the run.
He's trying to
got like no health. One hit will do it. He's going to be killed.
So funny when you are the Ling who's running away in a base like that, because you want to get on creep to get a speed boost, but then the second your opponent gets on creep, he's also going to get that same speed boost. Well, already a spine going up right now for ByuL. He's playing a little scared, but, you know, it's just pretty standard. I mean, you have to put a spine crawler up if you don't know exactly what's going on.
We had ByuL actually getting Zergling speed, but then he canceled it, and he's still got a lot of the SCAS, so now he's going to go for Roach Warren. Looks like an Evo Chamber next to that as well.
He may go double
Evo
upgrades.
Chambers, yep. Yeah. There we go. So that's where all that gas is going to go here. No lair just yet. So the Lings that came in there did get the scout on the Baneling nest, which is very important as well.
So let's talk about possibilities right now. Right now, ByuL might be thinking, well, what if he has like hidden roaches up at the top of his ramp? I don't know. He might be doing like roach Baneling time. He might have hidden roach up there. He has to be wondering. Doesn't necessarily mean he's assuming that, but he doesn't have all the information. Good block here. Going to totally deny those Lings. It's a tight wall. You can always kill the debris, so he's not like walled in forever. That one little Ling tried to buy some time for that poor little Overlord. More Lings coming down.
It's only 4 though, not quite enough.
Yeah.
And losing that Overlord is really annoying. You're going to have to make a couple of those, especially if you were going for an aggressive timing here. You definitely do not want to lose any of those Overlords and take away any time from that aggressive timing. Do see him supply blocks, have to make a couple more Overlords as well. But we do actually see him going down for that third base.
Ling's just poking here again. He really wants to see if he can find an opening. It's just not happening. A lot of roaches on the way here right now for ByuL. And the armor upgrade is out, obviously to help those Lings from roach attacks. Also can help you against Banelings. Not going to come into play here at all, though. And Losira just has a bank, but he can't spend it until that Roach Horn is done, so he's just significantly behind the Roaches. Now the Roach Horn is done. And he starts a few Roaches. He's behind, or rather he's ahead in upgrades, but as the upgrades finish here for ByuL, they're going to kind of tie up, and there actually will be a period of time where he's behind. But look at this, Ling's run by. He's been waiting for this moment all game long. This is Losira's style. Going to assassinate a queen, and let's see what he gets on in the main base.
Oh, no transfuse there. Just not quite enough. He gets the second queen in the main. That's going to cut down a lot on that larva production here.
He's hiding a Bane. He's hiding one Baneling.
He's not dealing with the Lings in his mineral line right now.
Oh, wow. So much damage being done here. ByuL is falling under the pressure here a little bit.
Okay, he does get that Bane.
That was pretty important because a lot of those drones were weak from before.
Yeah, definitely could have been scary. Still no third base for ByuL. He's got that +1/+1 finishing up right now. He's got a lot of roaches, 24. And I wonder if he could definitely put on some pressure here, especially if he scouted that third base.
He did. He knows, and Speed's about to finish with that +1. It's all these timings lined up. He wants to kill this third base, and he's going right for it. There's Roach Speed just finishing. A +1 lining up, like I said, and let's see. He's got the armor upgrade, too, so he's actually ahead in upgrades right now.
It's 1-1 to just the 1 to armor here, actually. On Losira, I believe.
Yes.
He did get that pretty early. Yeah, there it is.
And
+1 attack is not quite finished here.
Losira very confident to engage here, but he's actually down on upgrades. He has the defender's advantage, but right now, ByuL has the better concave of roaches. Looks like Losira with reinforcements will eventually be able to ward this off, but a few drones going down here.
Yeah, just that queen in the mix there. The reinforcements coming in. Even some of those roaches of ByuL not quite fighting the roaches of Losira here. And now ByuL is going to be pushed way away. We got a third base way ahead here for Losira. But, you know, still the one thing that ByuL does have going for him, he does have that 1 armor upgrade a little bit ahead of Losira. That +2 coming his way.
Losira defended that without even having Roach Speed, which is pretty crazy.
Yeah, that's why he got all up in the face of ByuL, just getting as close as possible.
I mean, this counterattack, I feel like might meet a similar fate to the attack we just saw of ByuL. But it looks like he's just going to try to draw the army out to the middle and get him to chase, and then here come the Lings. It's actually hitting on that hatch quite a bit, and a few drones go down. Not going to be able to kill that hatch, but
man.
He splits his roaches! A split-second decision there. He just considered sending all, but decides it's best to try to target down some queens to limit that larva inject. Get as many drones as he can here. Ooh, nice transfuse to save. A bit of a misclick there from Losira. Thought he killed it.
But again, he's getting a lot of kills here. Already 6 drones going down.
But he's trading a lot of roaches for this. And we'll see if ByuL has mustered enough forces to go for a counterattack. He's up 10 roaches right now. I don't think that's enough. But his 2-2, like you said, way ahead right now, especially the armor. So he might be able to hit another window with that.
Armor about to finish up here.
This is our Roach versus Roach matchup we're watching right now.
Yeah. One of Moonlade's favorites.
Yes.
I do have the army supply very incredibly even right now, 76 to 78.
Both players also doing a lot of gooping here to deny upgrades because that's so important. When you're fighting with similar unit numbers to your opponent, like let's look at the Roach counts right now, 35 to 36. That upgrade advantage that you have, one whole set of upgrades over your opponent, applies 36 times. That's 36 times more damage that you're going to have extra than your opponent. That's a lot. That's why in TVT, if you have Marine versus Marine fights, that upgrade makes such a huge difference. In mirror matchups, when you're talking same units versus same units, I mean, this isn't rocket science. It's really important. So denying it as best as you can with these Overseers makes a huge impact on timings your opponent can hit, how he can pressure, you know, if you want to take a 4th base. Oh, he's not stopping with his harassment, Valdez. He's going all out with those Lings. Doesn't get anything more done, but he's
super
trying.
Annoying here. Do you have the +2 to attack just finishing now for ByuL? I believe he does have that +2 armor as well. So we got 2-2 upgraded roaches coming across the map to just the 1-1 on Losira. Does have that +1 to attack about to finish, but right now he's a whole 2 sets of upgrades down.
Yeah.
And ByuL wants to take a fight immediately.
It's just tough to attack into the defender's advantage with max out Roach versus max out Roach.
Yeah, man, look at this concave. Look at that huge spread by Losira, but ByuL, he does do the same, and here we go.
Here we go, indeed. Queens over here, a little bit of them to help transfuse, but those upgrades might be able to just burst through. Losira does have a macro hatch finishing up right now. It's not ready yet, but that could give him some extra production to counterattack should he hold here. And so far, his better positioning as well as those reinforcements are allowing him to hold yet again. But so many reinforcements coming across the map for ByuL as well. And those upgrades, I think, are really starting to take a toll here.
Starting to take a toll, but this is incredibly even still. It seems like somehow Losira just has the better positioning, more roaches, and is able to close that one out. Immediately, GG is called, and Losira's done it.
Look at that face!
Oh my god, man.
He knows what it takes. He has the better position. He knows that he needs to just sit back and defend. He does it so well. He's got that tempo advantage from this. And even though he's down in upgrades, he's managed to defend with that defender's advantage and has a macro hatch on the way because he's ready, because he knows if he defends, he's got that extra production, he's got that extra larva to send units around across the map to counterattack and continue to pressure. And he always just was one step ahead of ByuL that entire game, except when it came to upgrades, I guess you could say. But that didn't end up saving ByuL in the end. And we're going to an ace match, Valdez.
Wow. This is definitely not something I expected. I expected CJ definitely to take this one possibly 3-0 or 3-1, but MVP, they are such a scrappy team with guys like Losira who are just able to take games like that unbelievably. And I wonder what we're going to get for the ace match here. Both teams, I feel like, have a lot of choices. I feel like this is going to go into who they think the other player is going to pick. Do we see Hero come out here? I feel like we definitely do. I feel like the game we saw out of him was actually just a cheese build gone wrong. Unless you feel like there's like a considerable sniper prepared for Hero.
I think we're going to see Younghwa out of MVP again. But I don't know. Honestly, I think we could see Byung as well as Hero. It could be either player. And this is going to be a choice that might be decided by how the players are feeling right now. For example, Hero might be like, listen, man, I'm not feeling good after that loss. I don't want to play. I don't want to go out. I was actually sitting on this bench thinking that Losira was going to lose, ByuL was going to close out. It's Catalina, which again leads me to believe that Byung is definitely a pickable choice here. And Younghwa, he's got a best of one prepared for each matchup on this map. He's got it ready. We could see, another player for MVP. I just feel like Younghwa's the choice. He's the safest pick. It's the reason why
he came out before. He was able to take a win.
Yeah.
They definitely got the confidence, if nothing else, in Younghwa to come out in ace matches. That's for sure. Well,
alrighty, guys.
I like how you mentioned his Catalina because, that definitely takes away from Hero being the choice here. Not the best map for Protosses.
I mean, if he PvPs here, at least he could redeem himself against Younghwa in a longer game without cheesing. Might be something he considers. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the room is dark. No one can see. Everyone is waiting. And it's about to be time for that reveal. People holding their breath in the studio right now on both floors, looking down, getting stressed out. They can't see. It's too dark. Only the screen that says ace is lit. Who will it be? Marine King versus ByuL. A Terran versus Terran. The rematch.
Oh, boy. This is unbelievable. I cannot believe they're sending out Marine King once again. Really interesting choice. Maybe just thinking, okay, redeem yourself. Come out here once again. Maybe they were even expecting ByuL to come out and they were saying, okay, do you want revenge? Here you go, man.
Well, this is going to be sick. Because Marine King has another chance now. I have so many things I want to say. I don't have enough time to say them before we go to this break we're about to go to, so I'm going to save it.
Usually we jump right into a break. Yeah, usually about a 7 to 10 minute break before we get into the ace match.
Yeah, I'm sure we're going to get clarification on how long the break's going to be today in just a second. But a confident pick by ByuL. Confidence here in Marine King as well. And Marine King actually, to be honest, based on how he looked after that loss, didn't look too shaken up today. It was almost as if he was like, all right, well, this is just step one. I've got to do something a little bit later.
We'll have to see, man. We will have to see.
All right, guys, we are going to take that commercial break, though. Before we go into this second TVT, it is going to be a 10-minute break, guys, so we'll be back then. But spread the word about this ace match, and we'll see you in just a few.